This is what this lens looks like on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. Pretty slick, pretty nice. Hey folks, in this video I'll be unboxing the 7 Artisans 10mm T2.1 Cinema Series lens for the MFT mount that I'll be intending to mount on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive in. This features an S35 format, so this will work with all of your APC size cameras as well as MFT cameras. Minimum focus distance of about 0.3 meters. Interesting. Let's go ahead and slide this out. Okay. This is T Artisan's Hope Series Cinema lenses. All right. Nice box. Good quality. Storage manual. Ooh, they really went heavy duty when it came to protecting this glass. Nice. And as you would expect, just the lens in the box. It's typically all you get with lenses. So I'll move everything else out of the way. Well, first thing that I noticed is this thing packs some weight. That's for sure. But all right, yeah, this thing looks freaking beautiful, if I must say. Really smooth aperture dial, as well as a really smooth, I think they even said like 260 degrees is how far this this focus distance wheel goes, which is pretty crazy. It looks like, okay, so it's not a screw-on lid. It's just a simple pop on, pop off. It's nice. Everything's made out of metal here that I noticed, except for this black part, which I believe is plastic, but that's not gonna be on your camera, no way. So there you go. So sweet. All right, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is pop this on my Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K to see what that looks like. The one thing that you do want to notice here is because it's a 10mm and I'm putting this on an MFT micro four thirds camera, the crop factor is going to be essentially 2 times. So that means this would give me the equivalent field of view of a 20mm on a full frame camera. I'll go ahead and line up the red parts, and sweet. This is what this lens looks like on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. Pretty slick, pretty nice. So one of the things that I'm really curious about checking out with this lens in particular is how it holds up in terms of being that this is a really wide lens, and I've heard on some other channels mentioning that this lens has a bit of distortion that you notice towards the edges.
The 10mm lens suffers the worst here, as you might expect, with noticeable barrel distortion and strong vignetting at its brightest aperture.
I wonder if that really affects the overall image. Is it still usable for self-filmmaking in this environment that I have here? But yeah, so I'll swap over to a clip of me recording off the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera here from my typical front-facing view on my A camera, and we'll see what that looks like. All right, folks, so right now I have the 10mm 7 Artisans T2.1 lens on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, and in my normal environment, this is how much more it opens up what's in the scene. In terms of distortion, I'm not noticing a lot. I thought I'd be able to tell. No, it's actually quite difficult for me to tell, partially because the main portions that I probably crop into either way in this environment are for the most part straight. I guess I can slightly know that that light over in the background behind me is somewhat, it looks to be angled according to this lens, but the bookshelf seems to be displaying correctly. So nothing crazy there. Overall, this is pretty nice, and it's nice to see that this is how much this lens opens up. But yeah, you may notice I do have a little LiDAR autofocus system underneath this lens, and that's just what's allowing me to get leverage autofocus with this lens, but that's about it. Well folks, that concludes this video. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to smash that like button and consider subscribing to the channel to stay tuned for future videos. We're trying to get to 1K, so you know, help us out. Just fine. Do what you wish. As always, thanks for viewing, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.